I have a little ukulele problem. This one is the Kala Pocket Uke. Kala doesn't officially make these anymore, but you can get them through Mims Ukes, and this one was not new. A person on Facebook was advertising it, and I bought it from them at a significant discount from what the new price would be. And it comes with a little travel bag. I have the tenor size of this instrument. It has an all spruce top, laminate back and sides, very thin. It's obviously this is a pocket uke. This is 11 inches basically from there to there, from the nut to the saddle, and 12 frets to the body. Very clean build on the inside of the instrument. But if you're looking for big ukulele sound, you're not going to get it. But it is something you can take with you anywhere, literally anywhere. And so these little pocket ukes really have my attention. So would I recommend it? Well, how about comparing with some other ones? So like I said, I have a small ukulele problem. A few months ago, I bought this pineapple. It's solid mahogany by Ohana. When I saw it, I said, I've got to have it. It's beautiful little uke. It's got fingerprints all over it, so I need to wipe it down. This one sounds like this. Sorry. So in comparison, Kala, a little louder maybe, a little softer but warmer sound. And then two other ukuleles that I've got that fit the idea of a small ukulele. This is the caramel, I say caramel, but caramel sopranino. They make a rosewood version of this right now. This is laminate zebra wood, so it's plywood. Really good construction, surprisingly. And this is what this one sounds like. Now, warning, this one is tuned to C tuning, GCA. This one is tuned to GCA tuning. This one is tuned to D tuning. So it's a half step higher, which helps it ring a little better. Also strings, I should mention. This one, the person that I bought it from had just changed over to Aquila Super Nailguts. I've got Fremont Black hard strings coming for it, which should add a little more tension, although it's not horrible for that. This one is running the Fremont Blacks, and this one is still running Martin 600 fluorocarbon strings. So just in comparison, half step higher. Now, I should mention I bought this bag separately than the instrument. I think the instrument was $20 and the bag was almost that much. The Ohana bought an extra bag with it, which added to the price, I think, bringing it up to about $165 for the Ohana bag that fits a little ukulele. And then I have one other one, and this one's kind of crazy. Putting that down there. This is the Ashbury Lonely Traveler. For a while we were trying to get a ukulele group started in Red Wing, Minnesota, and it didn't work out. Just not enough interest for people to go. And we were doing it at the Hobgoblin Music in Red Wing. They have a beautiful space there. They are more than willing to let us use it. And on the shelves was this instrument. And I saw it and I had to buy it because it looks homemade. It's basically a box with strings, but it's to the soprano scale. So from here to here is longer than these other instruments. I use the Kala Pocket Uke as an example. You can see how much shorter. This is a normal 13-inch scale length for soprano, but because of this design, it's super compact because you don't have a headstock. Now, I don't like the missing headstock. For example, when I play E7, I like to rest my hand against the headstock, and I can't do that here, so it feels a little weird going over the top. And then this thing is really painful in my arm. This little wood thing here is meant to protect your arm from touching the tuners, but it's got a sharp edge, and that digs into my arm when I play. So this is more of a novelty uke, even than the tiny ones. But here's how this one sounds like, again, tuned GCA. Sorry, I got to get on the right fret. So again, not a whole lot of sound. It has just that one little side sound port on the Ashbury. Ashbury is Hobgoblin's own brand in the UK, and they have that one dealership in Red Wing, Minnesota, where this one happened to be. So, yeah, this one I've done some other things. I've done some fretted work, but I also drilled some holes and used nail polish to make side fret markers. Don't know if I'd do that again on another uke, but it was just an experiment, and it wasn't a whole lot of money to worry about. And this one did not come with a case. I could order another caramel case, I guess, for it, and do that. So if you're into having a small ukulele, and I would suggest it for two reasons. One is you can travel with it very easily, so I can literally take this thing with me wherever I go, whatever I'm doing. And if you get a quiet moment, you can just play through chords. Now again, maybe there's some things you're not going to be able to play. I can hear that C is out of tune, but again, new strings coming for it. But you can take this thing anywhere, so that's really a benefit. We like to fly Spirit Airlines in our family because we can get tickets occasionally for incredibly low prices and go somewhere on a vacation where we maybe couldn't afford it otherwise. And Spirit has a rule where you get one piece of luggage, and this always fits into the luggage. It's pretty amazing. You carry with you on the plane. You can pay extra for extra luggage, but we just don't. We're going cheap, right? I mean, that's what we're going for. So this is kind of fun if you want to. Really, the better quality instrument, I think, is, in this rare case, is the Ohana. Ohana and Kala are very similar in quality overall, but this one is mahogany uke, is just a better instrument. And the Kala is a custom right now, so if you find one, they're usually going to be around $200. This one was much less than that. I'm not going to say how much I got it for. And if you're just looking for an instrument as a mini instrument, these caramel sopraninos are really hard to beat. I wouldn't mind having a mahogany one either that they've got online right now. I mean, they're not very expensive, and you can tune them up to D. By the way, just when you tune to D, that makes it a little tricky when you're playing with everybody else. So that's why I have the other two in standard keys, so that's a little bit easier. Otherwise, I've got to be thinking about playing in the key of B flat when everybody else is playing in C. So if I want to play C, so here's C on the Kala, I have to play, it would normally be B flat on the caramel to get that same pitch. So it makes it a little hard to transpose on the fly, but I suppose it's good practice. So in addition to travel and ease of bringing along a ukulele with you anywhere, the other really cool part about such a tiny ukulele is that you are forced then to deal with smaller fret spaces than a traditional ukulele, which builds your dexterity. So even if you have larger hands, eventually you start getting better at playing in small fret spaces, and that can do no end of good for your other playing if you want to do that. So how I would personally rate these, this would be my number one, this would be number two, and just sound quality, because again, it just doesn't have much. I mean, look at that, it's almost, the Ohana is almost twice as thick, and the Ohana is solid wood, where this is solid spruce, I believe, and then laminate back and side, so the Ohana should beat it in sound. And then in third would be this laminate sopranino from Caramel, but again, I'm not sure they have that anymore, in stock, and you could buy the mahogany version. So as you can see, I have a little ukulele problem, but they're fun to have and they're fun to play with. And so I wish you the best. Keep playing, have fun, and thanks for watching.